Former Governor Sarah Palin is with us now. She has a new book out called Good Tidings and Great Joy, Protecting the Heart of Christmas. Governor, good to see you again. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, I'll get to the book in a second. Let me start with Obamacare and the rollout issues. The president apologized at the end of the last week for not only the issues with the website, but broken promises as well. Did he say what he had to say?
Yeah, what apology? What apology? He kind of acknowledged a bit that there is a broken website. The broken website is the least of America's worries. This broken website, I think, is symbolic of a broken administration, a takeover of 1/6 of our economy, and this socialized medicine that's being crammed down our throat. That's what's broken.
He apologized for the fact that he made a promise during the rollout, during the campaign for our health.
Many promises.
Made it over and over again, said you get to keep your existing policy if you like it. 5% of Americans can't keep it because it doesn't meet the standards of the new health care law. If it turns out, Governor, that they end up, those 5% of people, with a better health insurance policy, do you think they'll forgive him for the broken promise?
Well, where do you get this 5%? It's not 5%. It's most Americans will not be able to keep the health care policy and programs that they had desired. And the new programs that are being forced down our throat are unaffordable. People who are being told today, and some of them are still being told, well, if you like that insurance policy and that coverage, you still will be able to keep it. It's just going to cost you a little bit more. That's the point. If it's going to cost you more, then it's not the same policy.
From the Tea Party, over and over again, we're hearing the words no, defund, delay, repeal.
Absolutely.
What are we hearing from the Tea Party in terms of an absolute realistic plan that can be an alternative to Obamacare?
It's not just the independent grassroots Tea Party movement saying this. It's many in the Republican Party and many Democrats, too, especially Democrats in red states that are running for re-election.
Where's the plan?
Running for political cover. The plan is to allow those things that had been proposed over many years to reform a healthcare system in America that certainly does need more help so that there's more competition, there's less tort reform threat, there's less trajectory of the cost increases.
So you tell me you think
plans have been proposed over and over again. And what thwarts those plans? It's the far left. It's President Obama and his supporters who will not allow the Republicans to usher in free market, patient-centered, doctor-patient relationship links to reform health care.
Let's move on. Let's talk about Chris Christie. Boy, he had a massive win in New Jersey last week. He won women, he won Hispanics, he won independents, a sizable chunk of Democrats. Mitt Romney says that Chris Christie could save the Republican Party. In the past, you have not seemed all that impressed with him. Are you changing your mind?
Oh, I would never put my faith and hope in any one individual politician. Oh, please, not any of them. There is no Ronald Reagan on the scene today. If he were on the scene, that's who I'd put my faith in. But hey, New Jersey, a blue state, has a Republican governor. Right on. Beats the alternative.
He called the shutdown of the government and that strategy hatched by Ted Cruz and members of the Tea Party a monumental failure. If you look at the results of the election, isn't the message to the Tea Party that the middle ground, not the far right, is the most fertile ground for upcoming elections?
When you stand in the middle of the road, you're going to get hit on both sides of the road. We need to take a stand, especially on this Obamacare, and support those who are just fulfilling their campaign promises. So many politicians ran for re-election and for election saying they will do anything in their power to defund the state of socialized medicine program called Obamacare. Ted Cruz, Mike Lee, some of these guys actually were fulfilling their campaign promises, and they asked for debate. That's why they stood up. They took the stand, fought for us to debate the issue of Obamacare.
In your book, you write something interesting about a saying that you have on your kitchen cabinet. You write that it says, "Do today what others won't, so you can do tomorrow what others want."
Yep.
You've been coy about whether you'll run for Senate from Alaska. It would seem if you listen to that saying, you'd want to run.
Well, sometimes you do have to make sacrifices today in order to progress and progress those around you to create a better environment for all. So making sacrifices today, perhaps doing what you don't necessarily really want to do today, but it pays off in the end. I don't know if that necessarily applies to political office, though, because people can make a difference without a title, without an office, and we're proving that.
This book is not a typical philosophical Christmas book. You say that Christmas is under assault from atheists and secular liberals, but you also make the point that it's become way too commercialized. So is Christmas in danger of becoming extinct, or is it too in our face?
Well, I hope you read the book, because I'm not saying it's way too commercialized. I love the commercialization of Christmas because it spreads the Christmas cheer. It's the most jolly holiday, obviously, on our calendar. It's wonderful.
But you say it takes the heart out of Christmas.
No, what I'm saying is we need to protect the heart of Christmas and not let an angry atheist armed with an attorney, Scrooge, tell us that we can't celebrate traditional faith in America. We have a constitutionally protected right to celebrate faith, and Christmas is a part of that. And today, on Veterans Day, of all days, we should be cognizant of the fact that sacrifices have been made for these freedoms. We are so appreciative, thankful for America's freedoms. And we want to protect it, not just that spirit of Christmas, but overall our constitutional right to exercise our faith.
Sacrifices made by your own family, I should point out. Governor, it's always nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And you're going to stick around. I know you're going to spend some time with Kathy Lee and Hoda.
That'll be a blast.
I was going to say, that'll be fun. Thank you very much.